Hi everyone and welcome to the channel and welcome to another episode of the Learning CAD Sketcher for Blender. In this episode we're going to be looking at the Extrude tool. Now this is a tool that's available straight from CAD Sketcher. It's a pretty simple tool to use and we're going to learn how to use it, and it's very similar to the solidify modifier. So I hope you enjoy these videos and let's have a look at this tool in CAD Sketcher. So we're in Blender. I'm going to highlight both the cube, light source and the camera by using the select box, dragging a selection around that and hitting delete on the keyboard. Next I'm going to come over to the CAD Sketcher on the right hand side and come down to the Sketcher. I'm going to add a new sketch and I'm going to go along this plane here, which is the XY plane. We can see that because we're looking down from the Z. It'll be this one here. I'll come up and click on the Z, so I'm looking straight down on here. I'm going to sketch something simple because I want to have a look at this tool down here, the Extrude. At the moment it's grayed out. So let's create a simple sketch, and I want to come over and let's say we just create a simple circle in here with another simple circle within. So we've got these two circles. Now if I come down, you see this Extrude is still grayed out. To use this, we need to leave the sketch, but first of all we need to create a mesh out of this. So come over to the convert type, drop this down and select mesh. We must have the fill shape checked, so it creates a filled mesh, and we can change the mesh curves resolution and bring that up. I can bring this out a bit if I wanted to, so I can see what this says in here. Let's leave the sketch and we see that our shape has been filled, but at the moment it's still flat. Now at this point when we wanted to extrude this, we've normally been going through the add modifiers to this sketch, add a modifier, and use the solidify modifier. We're not going to use that. We're going to use the Extrude modifier here. So this Extrude tool adds a modifier to it called Extrude. And it basically does the same thing, but it has fewer options. If I hit Extrude, what will happen is that once I click it, you see that we can move this up and down. So we can move it with the mouse pointer. We'll just bring this around this way. I'm using the middle mouse button to bring it around. And you can see I can move this up and down. If you look to the right hand side, we have the size of the Extrude. So as we move downwards in the negative direction, you can see it's saying -3, 4, etc. If we move upwards, we can place it in the positive direction. Just by clicking, it will set that. If we right clicked, it would cancel that movement. Now if we look down to the left hand side, we also get this Extrude here, which we can move up and down as well, just by dragging it left and right. If I hold down Shift on the keyboard, what will happen as I drag it, it drags in a shorter distance. You can see the mouse is wrapping around in a much shorter distance, and this is a much more precise Extrude, so we can use precision. We can also come into here and type in what we want. Let's say 5 and hit enter, and that's at 5mm now. We can change the size from the modifiers. So what's happened is the Extrude is added to the modifier, and we can change the size in here again by dragging left and right, or coming in here and placing a figure in here. So if I wanted to offset in the minus direction, it's just a -5 or whatever we want, and it goes in the minus direction. Anytime we can edit, come into here and change that Extrude. If we go back in, let's come up to the sketch, edit that sketch. You can see the Extrude is still there, and we can edit the sketch whatever we want. And as we leave, our screen gets updated and the Extrude is still applied there. We can come in and apply that modifier. If I apply it, that means that modifier has been applied and it's a permanent apply now. We can't edit that anymore. If I edit the sketch and come in and move this and leave sketch, the modifier is removed. And we can just add it again by clicking on the Extrude. So I hope that's given you an idea of how to use that extrude over the solidifier. As said, they are very similar. The extrude is just a cut down version of that solidify modifier. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you again in the next video. If you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then you can do so via my Ko-Fi page. That's at ko-fi.com/MJ3D Studio. Any donations will be used to help expand the channel. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.